If you're tired of dating men who drain you, ghost you, don't commit to you, don't pursue you, and leave you feeling like an anxious mess, then this video is for you. It is going to be your wake-up call, because the reality is that you're not crazy and there's nothing wrong with you that you keep attracting these types of men. You are just out of alignment. And once we fix that, we're going to attract a different type of man. You are going to learn the real reason why you're not attracting what you want in love and exactly how to shift it into a magnetizing, aligned, soul level relationship. Because once we change ourselves, then we change what it is that we are attracting. Hi, my name is Amanda. Welcome to this channel where we talk about how to manifest what you want in life without all the extra stress, chaos, and drama that most people are accustomed to. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video we have coming out on this channel. Lately, we've been talking a lot about relationship dynamics, feminine energy, masculine energy, what makes healthy relationships, self-love, healing the wounds that block us toward healthy love. So again, make sure to subscribe, and if you like this content, make sure to give it a like, because it helps us get it in front of more people. Lord knows there's a lot of confusion with relationships right now, so you can help heal the collective consciousness by giving this a thumbs up. And as always, if there are other extra resources for those of you who want to go deeper, maybe it's a program, maybe it's a course, maybe it's working with me one-on-one, I will talk about it throughout the video, which ones make the most sense for the content in this video, but you can find the information on every program we have available in the description below. So let's go into section 1. Like, how do we actually attract people who are aligned partners, people who give us what we want, right? What do most women want? They want a masculine provider man. They want to feel like that there's devotion from the man. They don't want to be a ball of anxiety all the time. Most women just think that they're supposed to be a ball of anxiety in relationships, and you're not. But the way to get out of being a ball of anxiety and getting into healthier, more aligned relationships starts with you. So step number 1 is getting honest about your current vibration. Because here's the thing, attraction is energetic, right? And especially when it comes to relationships, there's something called polarity, which is like two magnets coming together. And when it comes to attraction of really anything, but in this case we're talking about relationships specifically, it's not just strategic, it's also about the energy which you are bringing. It means your beliefs, your thoughts, and your actions, and your consciousness, and your energy all needs to be in alignment in order for you to attract what it is that you desire, because the reality is that you call in what you are, not what you wish for. So if you're operating from fear, scarcity, or proving energy, or over functioning, or not feeling worthy, then you are going to attract partners that are just going to mirror that right back to you. So you want to ask yourself, am I seeing love from a wounded place or an empowered place? And if you get our High Value Woman Transformation Program, in that one we go really deep into the 5 most common core wounds that keep love away. We go really deep into the psychology of them, and we go into how to start transforming them so you can start building love from the inside out, so you can become a high value woman from the inside out. The next part is you have to heal your inner feminine and masculine energies. So aligned love comes when your inner masculine holds safe structure and your feminine feels safe to receive. So when we're in actual partnership, usually in heterosexual partnerships, usually the man holds the masculine pole and the woman holds the feminine pole, and that's when relationships tend to work, and that's when they tend to be very long lasting. If it's flipped in any way, there's usually a lot of conflict that comes with it, or there's no attraction. So what we have to learn, but when we're single, a lot of times we have to allow our inner masculine, so the thing that takes care of us, our making money for ourselves, all those kinds of things, hold a safe structure so that our inner feminine actually feels very safe to receive. So when you're in wounded masculine energy, as a woman, you're controlling, you're overgiving, and you're in constant performance mode. When you're in wounded feminine as a woman, you collapse, you go into people pleasing, and you start settling. Right? So for those of you who are more wounded masculine energy, you have to learn how to embody more feminine energy and learn to chill out for a second and become present again. For those of you who are wounded feminine energy, so you're collapsing, you're people pleasing, you're settling, all those kinds of things, you're tolerating a lot of piss poor behavior, you have to learn how to develop your inner masculine to learn how to take care of yourself. So that's usually how this ends up going. And if you get any of our training programs below having to do with dating and relationships, I go really deep into the differences between a woman who's in her wounded masculine and a woman who's in her wounded feminine, and how to start bringing these things back into balance. Because the truth is that you have to embody what you want, which is emotional availability, clarity, safety, and devotion. And a lot of you say that you want a partnership, but then you're totally shut down emotionally, right? So that's one of the things that we have to work on. And one of the ways that we work on that is by getting these energies within ourselves into balance. Now, the next section, or the next step, I should say, is to stop chasing and start attracting. And I've done other videos on this, right? So chasing love, pursuing him, planning everything is masculine energy. True feminine magnetism pulls in what's aligned without force. So you let go of timelines, you let go of manipulation, and you let go of trying to make it happen. You let go of trying to drag him to the altar, as they say. And you replace control with clarity. So you're like, hey, this is what I desire, and this is what I'm available for. Period, point blank, end of story. Now, here is a red flag to watch out for just in case. So if you feel anxious unless you are initiating, planning, or fixing, that means that your nervous system doesn't actually feel safe to receive, in which case there are a couple of programs in the description that can help you with this particular thing. So number one is the Hustle to Harmony Masterclass, where I talk a lot about nervous system regulation, manifesting, and how I went from being super anxious and controlling everything to manifesting a provider husband within 4 months, manifesting dreams like the international lifestyle and living in other countries, and now manifesting 2 businesses, technically 3, because my husband runs multiple businesses that bring in money all the time. A lot of times on autopilot. This channel brings in money on autopilot. So that's where I would start for those of you who are like, oh, my nervous system is like shot. That makes me very uncomfortable if I'm not controlling everything. And the second place would be the Feminine Magnetism Mastery Program, because we go deeper into the process of letting go of timelines and manipulation and control. And there's also some embodiment exercises in that one. So the next step, right, is you want to become a match for the love that you want. So who do you need to become in order to match the energy of the partnership that you want? This is where the list comes in. The problem is that most women go into the list and they're like 6 feet, blue eyes, 6 figures, 6-pack. That's what they do. It's all like really surface level bullshit. At the end of the day, what you really want to focus on is values. What kind of character do you want someone to have? In my case, I knew that I wanted the international lifestyle, so that was important. Do you want kids? Do you want marriage? Like the stuff that actually matters at the end of the day. And a lot of women will push back on me and they'll be like, oh, but I have to be physically attracted to him. And the thing is that a lot of people are confusing chemistry and trauma bonding and hormones and chemicals for actually being attracted to someone for the long term. All those things fade. What actually keeps relationships together and keeps the polarity, or part of what keeps the polarity alive, is when you're clear on your values and what you're doing together and what you're moving towards. So for example, if it's very important for you to be in your feminine energy, then what does a masculine energy man look like? And put that on your list, and then do your best to become the reciprocal of that energy, right? So for example, if you want a provider, then you need to get really good at receiving. And a lot of women really struggle with the receiving part, so then that's what you would have to work on. And then of course, in addition to that, you just need to know, what kind of a lifestyle you want. Really important things like kids, what do finances look like, where are we living, all that kind of stuff. What kind of character does this person have? Are they honest? And a lot of people just don't put that on their lists. A lot of people just focus on surface level bullshit. So in this case, I'm asking you to really get much deeper into this. And if you get our Feminine Magnetism Mastery Program, you're going to learn a lot more about what a healthy man is, how he behaves, what his character is like, what that looks like when you are dating. So you're not going to have any confusion about this, and you can just add it to your list. So you can grab that in the description below. And you also have to realize that aligned love requires standards, boundaries, and very deep self-worth. Super deep self-worth. So if you learn how to romanticize your own life, which I can do another video on, but I go into this in particular in the High Value Woman Transformation Program. When you romanticize your own life and you're having a great life, you stop waiting for love. Love is just something that is naturally attracted to you, and you add it to your life. You are living in the vibration of love, so then love is naturally attracted to you. And you can start with any of our programs, and we'll go deeper into like Empress energy and those types of things. But for this particular section, I would really recommend the Feminine Magnetism Mastery Program and also the High Value Woman Transformation Program. That's great. So if you're listening to this and like, oh, section 4 is where I struggle, then that is where I would start if I was you. So the reality is that when it comes to love and really anything that you want in life, but in this case, we're talking about love, you attract what you want by becoming it, right? Or in the case of relationships, sometimes it's about becoming the reciprocal of it. So because when your energy shifts, so do your connections. I've done other videos on this before. There have been studies done about the attachment styles in the United States and how 2/3 of people have some sort of insecure attachment style. So that's why dating feels like a mess right now, because it's a bunch of unhealthy people all trying to date each other. Healthy people are in a totally different dating pool than what most people find themselves dealing with. Why? Because they shifted their energy, because they healed their wounds, because they saw themselves as worthy of it, because they became healthy individuals. Healthy individuals attract other healthy individuals. So if you're done with attracting half-hearted, low effort, 50-50, emotional craziness kind of love, then check out the links below. I have several programs to help you. There's a whole section that's going to be specifically just on dating and relationships. And then again, for those of you who were listening to this and you were like, oh, it's the nervous system, that I have to be controlling or I don't feel safe, then check out the nervous system regulation section below as well. And each one has a description on what it covers, so you can just pick which one makes the most sense for you. So if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, because it'll help us get it in front of more women. Please make sure to comment below with your biggest takeaway, and then make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video that we have coming out on this channel. Thank you so much for giving me your time today, and I will catch you on the next one.